Hello Aquarius, this is your reading. No contact, what's going on? So let's figure this out. My voice is still coming back, so bear with me. There's gonna be moments maybe where my voice goes in and out. Anyways, why is Aquarius in a no contact reading, or no contact I should say, with their person? What is going on between Aquarius and the person that they're with? Let's figure this out. Oop, we got one. We got that one. Let's get like one more. One more. Oh my goodness. All right, we got a whole lot of stuff coming out. Okay, so we got some indecisiveness, right? Indecisiveness, if this is something that can stand the test of time. It looks like your abundance is in question, or your stability is in question with the Pentacles. Then we got the Queen in reverse. So this energy of Queen in reverse usually gives me yes, a little bit unstable emotionally. This doesn't have to mean that it's a woman, you know, could just be that energy. Some type of instability. Then we have the Cup. So we have definitely a partnership here. When I see the Queen and the King together, that's a partnership. So you and your person, one person is really grounded and the other person is not. I see the Ace of Wands in reverse. So usually they say this card represents like the passion, right? It's a wand. It represents some type of gift or some type of offering, something coming towards you. I see that somebody may have pulled back their energy. Quickly, they pulled back their energy. And there was like a sudden realization, I'm assuming with the Pentacles here, something suddenly made you have to question this relationship and its stability. And it caused you to want to move away from it, to go find something that was a little bit more of what you want. This card talks about movement, and it talks about a transitional state of being one place and moving to another. And then we have the King of Pentacles here. So again, I think that what's happening here is being that the King of Pentacles, or the Queen of Pentacles is here. Yeah, again, there goes that abundance being questioned. That lack of abundance, it's there, but there's something that's jeopardizing it or getting in the way of it. And just with all the cards kind of like now on the table, I feel as though what happened is you have people, like physical people in this reading. Most of the time it's just like regular cards, something like this, you know, an action or some type of influence in a sense. We have physical people here. Queen of Cups reverse, Queen of Pentacles reverse. So again, like I said, being that the Queen is reversed, I do feel like this is your energy, Aquarius. You feel like you can't really emotionally or financially depend on this person. Although I do feel like this person is more grounded. Something's going on here with this energy. There's a feeling that one person feels like they can't rely on this person. I mean, also too, like in this reading, we have some type of energy moving away because of indecisiveness and trying to find something that works better for you. Could it be that this person is using emotional manipulation that's causing you to really see it? Or you're starting to question really if they really are this grounded, emotional, dependable person that you can rely on. Let's see why that's happening though. Quickly something changed though. Okay, there's a fast-paced energy of like leaving. There's some type of like change of perspective that caused you to feel like it's time to go, or time to really question this. Something suddenly happened that made you feel that way. All right, let's get a different deck. What could have potentially happened? Like, what was the reason why something happened for Aquarius, or the person to feel this way? What suddenly changed? What suddenly changed? You guys know this deck is so hard to shuffle. It's so big. Like, the cards are chunky. Okay, 10 of Cups on the table and 9 of Cups on the table. Is it a notion of, like, on paper, things felt like, I guess to the world or people around you, you guys seem pretty stable. There's, like, a lot of accomplishments maybe that you guys achieved, but it's still not giving you the happy ending that you want. Yeah, because something... Usually upright, it's like a sudden reaction. But in reverse, it's almost like the tower already fell. So something already happened. Something has already happened that has made you change your mind. So that we're talking about a past event of something happening that made you really question your stability and abundance with this person. Let's see if I can get some more cards. We got the King of Cups again on the table. Got Pentacles again. Yeah, okay. The King of Cups again, same energy. With this person that you're in, you started to question whether you could build with them, whether you can grow with them, whether they had what it takes for you guys to start building things. So maybe something happened suddenly where things were in question. Before, things were good. I mean, you guys are definitely sitting on the throne, so there's some type of accomplishments there. There's some type of accomplishments there. You guys got to that level, but for some reason now you're doubting them, and I see that again. So when I see double cards, that's confirmation, right? Confirmation, confirmation. Right here. There's something going on where you're questioning this person's loyalty, willing to actually commit, and that's causing you to want to distance yourself quickly with the Chariot. Okay, let's get some of these cards going. Oracle cards. Ooh, hello. Okay, what suddenly happened? What is an oracle message that Pisces, I just did Pisces, that Aquarius needs to hear? What is the influence looking like? Okay, one more and I'm gonna split. This could be the one. You have already you've already met the romantic partner you seek. Interesting. I mean, like I said, on paper it looks like it's good. Aquarius, or the person you're dealing with, do you feel like you put too much expectations on this relationship? Do you feel like you put too much expectations? Because realistically, yeah, getting a King of Cups is a good sign. That's somebody who usually is pretty grounded and stable with their emotions. But for some reason, you are not feeling it anymore. Maybe this person is just too into you. Maybe that's something that you don't want. Like do I hear like a clingy aspect? I mean, you could potentially grow with this person. I mean, to see cups, again, like when I say cards in reverse, there's simple things that we could do. Like this 10 of Cups in reverse is basically telling us, let me turn this down because you can't see it. That's too dark. With this 10 of Cups in reverse is telling me that like the happiness is there, you know, putting in the work is there, but we just need to figure out what it is. Is there like another person that you're interested in more so now? Or this other person's more so interested in? Wedding. This situation involves marriage. Okay, like I said, union. There's a bond between this person. I don't know, Aquarius. Somebody's just, I guess, lost their attraction for this person. Or they just feel like they are... Maybe the person's scared of commitment. Maybe this person is scared of commitment. Whoever it is, somebody's scared of commitment. And I know, Aquarius, you guys tend to be in an energy where it's like you like your space, you need time to think, you know, you want to study the world, understand the way things function, the way people think. But for some reason, somebody's in their own head. They're like back and forth. They're back and forth. Big picture thinking. Pleiades energy. Visionary, inspired ideas. Baby steps. Action. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. That kind of explains everything. Okay. Okay. Aquarius. We have to have a talk here. There's a lot of energy, and I think it's somebody's overthinking something. Somebody's overthinking something. Taking baby steps. Are you about to get in a marriage with this person? Is there like a runaway, I can't talk, a runaway person who's like overwhelmed with the fact that they're about to make this happen? Are you like about to get married and it's making you feel anxiety? I mean, we got the Two of Pentacles twice there. It's not really mental anxiety. It's more like, is this a financially sound decision to marry this person? This person could make less than you, or you make less than that person. Aquarius, you got some thinking to do. I think before, of course, you make any decision, of course, you know, speak to a counsel, speak to somebody. It's looking like this person is the one for you. But then also, too, we have the Two Cups, which is a double confirmation that this is somebody who can, like, yeah, be emotionally supportive for you. But for some reason, or like I said, it could be the other person's energy. They give off this energy like they care, they're there, but for some reason, their cards are in reverse, which means financially and emotionally, something is causing them to overthink. Maybe you and your person, it seems as though, yes, this is a no contact reading. There has to be some type of communication going on about finances. I do feel like it's important for you to reach out to this person, especially if it's a marriage or a wedding is to be happening. Maybe you just had an argument about like the cost of things, or your expectations on like what each person is looking forward to as far as, if we get married, this is what I want it to look like. I think that could be an easy solution to solve. I don't see anything that's too crazy. The only crazy card I see is this one. And it's telling me that this conversation or something that you guys that we're dealing with has already happened. So take some time to think about it. Take baby steps to process the emotions and the things that are going on, and look at the big picture of like what you guys have. It looks really good. You know, I would say this is the big picture. Doesn't that look amazing? We have the Nine of Cups, which comes after, or before I should say, the Ten of Cups. So I feel like, Aquarius, you or your person is possibly overthinking this. And there's something here that's making you worry about if this is going to work. And it looks great. It actually looks pretty good. Now that we keep like going more and more with the cards, it really looks good. And maybe this is just the energy that somebody has, that they're just worried that it won't work. But I don't see anything that's making me say like, hey, run away, like move quickly away from this. As of right now, everything looks pretty good. In comparison to a spread that has like all swords and all like wands, you guys got a good amount of cups there. So Aquarius, do some thinking, do some healing. Let me end you guys with another oracle. I'm gonna do 2 oracles for you guys. What is the final message that Aquarius needs to hear? Warrior woman. Inner temple. Don't dim to fit in. Unline your life. Mirror, and Keeper of the Earth. That's what you guys got. It says, have you answered your deepest calling? That could be why. Maybe you feel like there's things that you need to accomplish first that has you kind of going on. Like, I'm not stable yet. I'm not emotionally available yet. And maybe that's where this is coming out, because you still feel like there's things that you need to work on, because you feel like right now in your life you're not like achieving those things. And it says, Keeper of the Earth, you are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. My goodness, my voice, and can't read. I feel like you are being guided through this with this card. It's beautiful. You have the guidance that you need to push through this. People are there supporting you. Mirror, who or what is triggering you? That's what I was saying. You need to do the reflection on yourself and figure out, like, what is it that's making you not really want to show up the way, or that person needs to do the inner work of saying, like, what is getting in the way for me to actually see this union come through. I don't feel like you're gonna have a no contact for a long time. I think you guys are just not talking to each other right now because you're trying to figure out, or somebody's trying to figure out, like, what is it that they really want to do. Align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? So that gives me this. Right? There's things that you need to answer what your deepest calling is, or the person, and that's how they'll find alignment in their life. That's how we can get a lot of the cards that are upside down to be upright, because right now they're out of alignment. They're out of alignment because they don't feel like they're achieving the goals that they want to do. And I see that with the Nine of Pentacles. I see that with the Two of Pentacles. And I see that with the Queens being, in reverse. Don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? That's a plain question there. Is there any part of this relationship that you feel as though you're not being authentic, not expressing yourself? Or that person, do you feel like in that person who's a cross watcher, let's say, is there anything that in your own life that you feel like you're not communicating to the Aquarius that you need from them? Okay, inner temple, devotion, tune in to the portal of your heart. Yeah, you're dimming your light because you're not allowing your heart to really speak what it needs. Bold people, there's a I think what's happening now that we got to the end, that person who's financially, the queens, the two queens, financially and mentally, or emotionally, I should say, they're not communicating what they need, and that's why they're in that energy. They don't feel like I can articulate myself right now, even as I sit on the throne about to go through this union. Now, wedding doesn't necessarily mean like we're going to the chapel and we're going to get married. Not necessarily. But for a selective few, yeah. But in your partnership with this person, this is somebody that I do feel like you were meant to meet. This person is there to give you what you need. But I think that the person who feels that way, the two queens in reverse, doesn't know how to open up themselves. And it's because they have a lot of things in the past that they need to achieve, or they feel like they need to achieve. And there's a part of them that believes that it's easier to just kind of move away. And maybe they have like an avoidant attachment style. And they're choosing to avoid what it is that their heart is telling them that they need and what they need to do. And because of that, it's causing this tension between you guys, when really it's all just in the mind, it seems like. It just seems like, it just seems like there's a mental aspect. Even though there's no swords, I think emotionally you are feeling overwhelmed. Whoever it is, there's somebody feeling overwhelmed while the other person is like, I'm here. I'm there to support you. How can I help you? And I think that scares them because they probably never felt that before. And that's where the whole Chariot, that's where the whole fast movement, that is where the whole, what other cards did I pull? The indecisiveness is coming from. So Aquarius, if this is you or your partner or cross watchers who are watching this, you have somebody who's on your side. This is the first reading where I actually see like there's potential to make something work between you guys. And all the other readings for the no contact, and this is the last one. I kind of did Pisces first by accident, but I didn't forget about you guys, Aquarius. So Aquarius, at the end of the whole no contact little series I was doing, I feel like you guys have the most potential to work on this, whatever is going on with your partner. And a lot of the times Aquarius people are pretty level-headed. Now, not to say that there are those crazy Aquarius people. I know, like to party, like to drink, like to smoke, like to all kind of stuff. But for the most part, I see that this is a good union for you. It's just right now you're either lost or the person's either lost. And I feel like it's more so Aquarius in this sense. Stabilize yourself, stabilize your emotions. Surround yourself with positive people right now who can support you kind of go through this big decision. It seems as like there's a big decision that is coming, especially with the Tower in reverse. Something already happened that's influencing the way you feel. And because of that, it's creating a lot of like questions, a lot of doubt. But I think there's a level of overthinking here. And the worst thing that can happen is like you can have the best partner there for you, but because of your inability to stabilize your own emotions and your anxiety and how you think about things, you could potentially lose somebody great. And at the end of the day, that's where that energy of the Tower, that's where I think in the Pisces readings I had I had that. This is obviously something like, this is divine. When I see the angels, like these hands or any angels in the spread, that's like a divine message or something coming towards you, like a gift. And it was in reverse. So there's a sense of like, it's a gift given to you, but don't reject it. I feel as though that you don't feel like you deserve it, or the other person doesn't feel like they deserve it. But I will say, I do feel like this is Aquarius in this reading I'm speaking to. So Aquarius, that was your reading. I hope this resonates. If you guys can like and subscribe. If this resonated with you, please leave your response. You don't have to go too in deep if you don't want to. But if you want to do a tarot reading with me, I have my website. I'll have it linked in the bio. And I have TikTok, there's Instagram, my YouTube channel, I do shorts. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. I wish you guys the best. You guys had like a really good outcome for your reading. There's just like little things that we could tweak to really get you guys to where you want to be at, where you guys can really have this abundance and love that you guys want, okay? All right, Aquarius, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.